Good evening, everybody. Sunday night. I hope everybody's having a great weekend and also a good summer. It's the True Serum. We do it live and natural here. So come in, get a coffee, get a soda. I got my smokes, I got my coffee. So we'll have a real big show. We're going to talk about something. Um, it's a crazy political time right now. Put this away. Put the prop away. All right. Very wild political time like America's never came under Gestapo tactics. And first and foremost, Sunday, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. And what I wanted to talk about is I put in there the biggest black YouTube channels out there. Like, oh, why don't you just say the biggest black, why do you have to call them black? Because I'm not into this proper grammar. My best friends were black. I'm not into this whatever it is. There's some, whatever they call it. They want to have proper grammar. Oh, well, the poor kid was retarded. No, he was mentally challenged. The kid was retarded. He's mentally challenged. So everything's like identity politics and everything else. These are three of the best YouTube channels out there that just happen to be black. Okay? They just happen to be black. And another reason why I want to stress this point, my good people, is that excuse me, because they're trying to set this up like it's the blacks against the whites. The white Republicans, they're just mean and no good, and the blacks are cool and they're down with the the get down. That now, what I witnessed at that DNC convention might have been the lowest IQ ghetto block party, because I've been to a few of them in my past, which I've had a lot of fun. That was the most embarrassing example of American political campaigning ever in the history of America. The lowest IQ was on display at that convention. Hey, Frank and Mike, they brung up Donald Trump's name 400 times, and the rest is history. The complete retardation, and it's all up. So now I want to put these very intelligent guys YouTube channels. I want to play a couple things. I'll hold my phone up there because I do a hammer and chisel here. I want to put my phone up here and play a couple of things from them because I watch them faithfully. I watch the Cartier family. There's 4 or 5 black dudes. They might be brothers or cousins or just very good friends. Very, very smart and intelligent. They got 1 million subscribers. I watch them. I watch Davari Darkins, intelligent, spot on. I watch LFR Family, spot on, intelligent, smart. They break it down the way it should be broken down. And they happen to be black because all this bull crap that they're trying to put out there, they're just thinking that all the blacks are voting for Kamala, who Kamala isn't even black. I've never seen something so twisted as this. Ever. Caffeine, nicotine, the Democrat lying machine. Unbelievable. So these guys, now this Davari Darkins, I think he's an actual ex-military man. And I'll just show you a little something of his. Now it's his thing, his title was CNN exposes Kamala Harris. My friend Kamala is coming up on one of the last. Look, there's an Obama commercial. You see what they do? So when I say, let me show you something. When you're doing these videos and you're going against the Democrat side, like this guy's against the Democrats, so who they put Obama ads on his videos. I go against the Democrat party. They put Kamala ads on my videos. I bash Kamala that wrote it, and they put Kamala ads on. So whatever I was saying, it'll be offset by a Kamala Harris commercial because they got $500 million in donations for their campaign. Trump only has 150 million, but he's got a blank check from Elon Musk. So don't worry about that. We got a blank check from Elon Musk. Elon Musk said, whatever you need, we'll get to you. So Donald Trump is running against all the print media and most of the network media, which they got $500 million. Kamala Harris got $500 million to saturate. All they do is hate Donald Trump and don't talk about any policies. That's it. And they're winning. And they're winning in the polls. They're winning in the polls. So they're almost trying to tell her, don't debate him. As long as you're ahead in the polls, don't debate him. Good political strategy. How could she win in a debate? Biden will look better. We saw the Biden debacle when they ousted him. So let's get a look at these real intelligent guys that just happen to be black. They're smart, but they think they're running. The Democrats are running their little ghetto block party convention, and we just want a party. And all these sucker Democrats that are going to vote, they're going to be broke with their tongues hanging out. So this is Davari Dawkins, and let's just go. I don't know if this is a good one to do. Let me see if there's a different one that is on there because, well, we'll just run through some of these and hear what they got to say. Let's just run through. What are you going to do? You're going to rinse and repeat. We all pay the exact same for gas and for food. You have families living from paycheck to paycheck. Some can't even make it to paycheck to paycheck. You see, they try to bait some of these guys in there. They try to bait some of these guys in these interviews, and then all of them will be Harris supporters. But then there'll be one in there. There'll be a mole in there that will break it down and surprise them all. This guy's good, Davari Dawkins.
Back to the Davari Dawkins show. This is just another video showing how black men are not truly committed to Kamala Harris. Now, is she going to still get majority of the black vote in comparison to former President Trump? Yes. But will she get it at the same percentage that Joe Biden and President Obama got? Probably not. Not at this point. Unless something changes dramatically over the next 30 days. Probably not. So what we're going to do is look at two clips. One is from a CNN panel where they bring on black men and they ask them after the DNC, after her speech, what do they think? And then the second is reacting to the clip from Jermaine Dupri, who is a celebrity. He is in music, and he says out loud what a lot of black people are thinking. And the one thing you should pay attention to throughout this entire video is one word: policy.
For me, I am a black man with a family. And, Anthony made the point about the connection. When she, for me, mentioning her father, who is a black man, for me, what makes her black is her father, not an HBCU, not a sorority. And so that's the connection I'm looking for. I was looking to hear more about policy. I think a lot of us were. And so I didn't hear a lot about policy as I would have liked.
I did not expect her to speak heavy on policy. Very rarely will you ever see a presidential candidate in an acceptance speech or even on a stump speak with details on policies. It's what we do after they get elected and get in office and holding their feet to the
This clown's trying to candy coat it. He's trying to candy coat it. By the way, she's vice president, bro. I mean, give us a heads up on domestic affairs. She's been, it's not her first time. She's a vice president, so you're not still warming up in the batter's box, bro. You're not warming up in the batter's box. She's been over there for 3.5 years. So, he's talking, well, the convention and, retards. These are some of the blacks that are retarded.
Fire is where we as black men and as a black community have failed. In this time, we cannot fail.
I don't know where he was going with that. I just want to pause really quick. That's not a true statement.
No,
If
he's
you go
nuts.
back and listen to former President Trump's RNC speech, 25 minutes of it was zero policy, motivational speech, similar to Kamala Harris. Very motivational, very emotional, very touching. And then the remainder was about what he's going to do when he gets into office, about immigration, about inflation, about the economy, about energy. That's all he was talking about. And obviously talking about the current administration and what they've done to this country.
I didn't hear the things from an economical standpoint that I was looking for. My main question here is that if you happen to get back in office for another 4 years, what are you going to do? You're going to rinse and repeat here. We all pay the exact same for gas and for food. You have families living from paycheck to paycheck. Some can't even make it to paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, this Charles gentleman, he's spot on. Is it just going to be more of the same? I mean, it's a legitimate question. And she's yet to answer that. She has yet to say anything that she's going to do differently than President Biden. In fact, the platform that they're running on, the policies that they're running
It's worse.
on, they reference President Biden's economic policies in that platform. So it's just going to be more of the same. She's a puppet. They're just going to try to control her.
Anthony, do you believe the polls that show that black men in a substantial way are shifting to former President Trump?
I was in the barbershop today, right? And there's this real kind of resolve that a lot of folks who are younger millennials are having, which is, hey, I make a little bit of money. I want to keep my money, right? And the country has never really worked for black men, so what do I have to lose? And so black men are beginning to vote with their pocketbooks. And I think that's misguided.
Voting with your pocketbooks is misguided. No, what's misguided is voting for the same party for the last 60 years and not getting anything in return.
Exactly.
And the one time you guys actually did get something, which was the lowest unemployment rate, which under President Trump, you guys don't want to vote for that again? I'm not understanding. That is the virus that exists in the black community.
Well, Mr. Davory Darkins, nothing makes sense, my good man. Nothing makes sense. So now there's a microcosm of some black men that are just speaking their opinions and ideas about what is going on. They ain't falling for that ghetto party. They ain't falling for it. It's been 3.5 years. So, bring Hillary up there. Bring Bill Clinton up there. Bring all those demons from the past, like the ghosts from Christmas past. Like, here they all are. Bring them all up there. Parade them all up there. Shake your booty for a little while and watch the country tank. Watch it tank. Because the party will be over. The party will be over, and everybody will be standing around going, what happened? What happened? That's all. They'll be like, what happened over there? So this other, let's check out this Cartier family. This one was with, I want to find one that's when they really get down on something. There's one here when they were talking about RFK Jr. was joining to endorse. It blew their minds. RFK. He's Democratic, big historical Democrat, and he said, I can't go for that. That's Kamala and all this gibberish bullcrap. The country. No. It ain't a matter of what party you are loyal to. It's just how is your thinking apparatus. Well, RFK didn't say, oh, well, I'm a Democrat, so I got to follow along with Kamala. At least he's got some scruples and some common sense. He said, no, I'm going to endorse Trump because Trump, whether he's Republican or whatever the hell he is, he had this country together. So the Democrats don't think with logic and reason. They're emotional. They're just emotional retards that don't like Trump. So Kamala, let's have a party and we'll just, bash on Donald Trump because we don't like him. We don't like him. Then they play the race bait. They play every other thing under the sun, and it's just ridiculous. It's getting old. So I want to find a good one from this Cartier family. These 4 black college kids, I believe. These black college kids. They don't mess around. Very intelligent. And they just happen to be black. So what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that they're trying to play like all the blacks are for Kamala. Newsflash. Kamala's not black, okay? All right. Kamala's not black. Another race bait card, tomfoolery, flimflammery, sleight of hand bullcrap that they do. Here, let's watch the dude at the DNC. There's a guy that went around the DNC with a microphone and asked some of the people some questions. Let's check this out. This is the Cartier family.
Would you rather have a democracy
Hold on.
or access to abortions?
Either or? I feel like that's a very tough question to answer. I feel like that's almost not possible to answer. I feel like I couldn't pick one or the other.
Even if you had to choose?
If I had to choose,
Can we get a final answer? I know it's hard.
I guess access to abortions.
It's Brad Summer! The queen of the Brads has arrived! Yes, queen!
Did we see this guy at the DNC? That's
I don't recognize this person.
No, we seen this guy at the RNC, bro. He was in the
He was in the studio.
influencer area, bro.
Was he? Yeah,
He was 100% there.
Hold on, bro. I'm just messed up that she said she'll choose abortion over democracy.
No, that's pretty crazy.
I'm gonna choose a different chair, bro. This
That
chair
is crazy.
bro.
Can we get a final answer? I know it's hard.
I guess access to abortions.
It's Brad Summer! The queen of the Brads has arrived! Yes, queen!
Do not come.
Are you as hard as I am right now?
She's something special.
Can we please, this year, it'd be so Brad, have a higher tax rate for rich white men?
Well, if we have a Democratic Congress, we certainly will.
Yeah, baby. Tax those rich old whiteys. Come on. Are you worried Donald Trump's going to weaponize the justice system if he gets in power?
I'm concerned about Project 2025, and it's important that individuals understand that Project 2025 basically consolidates power in the hands of one dangerous man.
Wrong.
And so it's really critically
They're
important.
prosecuting his political enemies.
Exactly.
Guys,
Another lie about Project 2025 that Trump never endorsed. He does agree with a couple things in there, as well as J.D. Vance, and they just teeter-totter it all the way over, and they're just making they think like they know some issue. They're trying to act smart, like, well, what about Project 25? More bullshit, more straight bullshit.
to say you are even more beautiful in person.
Oh, I love him. I love you. Thank you so much.
Hey, no, this guy's a whole
Thank you.
Give me your best pickup line.
Yeah,
Best pickup line. I'll pay.
She trolled her, bro, because she's the one that nice against
I
Trump.
saw that, but it's just like
He's
it's
trolled.
just gay.
No, he's playing. He's playing the character.
This is all a joke. He's a comedian.
Yeah, he's
So
a
he's
character.
not actually gay.
No, he
He was with us at the RNC upstairs with us.
Really?
He's
Yeah.
literally he's trolling
He's
right
trolling.
now.
Yeah,
That's why it's hilarious.
Oh.
He's trolling too
You thought we
bad.
was gonna be laughing if he was really gay? Why
I thought he
would we
was.
be
I thought he was literally just a gay dude going around interviewing people.
Asking people doing random questions.
Literally. Like, I thought the question he asked was obviously a troll, yeah, but I thought that was as trolly as it gets.
No.
Nah,
What's his real YouTube, Taj?
I forgot. It's
Bro,
well,
it's in the history.
I texted
Come,
you.
let's find it so you can see what he does, bro. But I seen him at the RMC. I didn't know what he did, but
I don't recognize him at all, brother.
that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people there.
It was no cap on God.
Yeah, he's a troll, bro.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That individuals understand that Project 2025 basically consolidates power in the hands of one dangerous man.
Yeah.
And so it's really critically
They're
important that
prosecuting his
individuals
political
understand-
enemies.
Exactly.
Guys, I have to say, you are even more beautiful in person.
Oh, I love him. I love you. Thank you so much.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
Give me your best pickup line. My best pickup line. I'll pay. Who are the cuties in the Democratic Party that are speaking?
Oh, I don't know. Talk to anyone who lives in DC. It's hard to find a cute Democrat.
That's crazy stuff.
Oh my God! Shots fired.
No, that's the tea. Ask anyone who lives in DC and who works in Democratic politics. It's hard to find the cute ones.
The Republican guys are hotter.
Yeah, but they're evil. So, like, I don't know.
I don't love evil. Oh my God. You are so bad. It's time to call it the red carpet, the blue carpet, because the conservatives have like literally no.
All y'all
This guy's
men,
hilarious.
all y'all men that think y'all can't go up because you're Republican don't believe it. They fuck with you more.
I definitely think that. I tell a chick every time, Trump.
I don't
She don't
know.
want me because of that. I didn't want her anyway.
You are so bad. It's time to call it the red carpet, the blue carpet, because the conservatives have like literally no cool famous people. What do you eat after a long day at Congress?
Pause.
Did you get your vasectomy yet?
Nah.
Oh, it's gonna be a wild weekend, baby.
That was crazy.
Tim Walton's the best shot in Congress. Who has the best back shot?
That was crazy.
Final game. Yes queen or no queen? Okay.
I'll give you a yes or no. How about that?
Okay.
Amazing.
Can you do yes queen or no queen or?
Can't do that.
Oh really? Free abortion.
Yes, queen.
Free gender affirming care for migrants.
Yes, queen.
Child tax credits for dogs.
Yes, queen.
Ban standardized testing.
Yes, queen.
Yeah, like my ADD is so crazy. Get rid of those things, please.
Yes, queen. Yeah.
Different tax rate for white men.
Yes, queen.
Amen, sister. Love you. Love her energy. She's a yes queener. My girlfriend needs to get an abortion. Could you help me cover it up? Please? I need help. I need to do it like discreet way. Oh. Asshole. Romeo, where for out there, Romeo?
Sorry.
Romeo, where for out there, Romeo? Who do you think has a bigger lightsaber? Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
That was crazy.
That is
crazy.
insane.
No, you know who he reminds me of? You ever seen Borat?
No.
He reminds me of that.
No, this guy's absolutely hilarious, bro.
Nah, he's trolling bad. He fooled me.
Now, yeah, when I saw him at the RNC, I was like, who is this guy? But I know who he is now. I'm definitely, hey, brother, when I see you, I'm definitely saying something. This shit is hilarious. Man, now look like this shit looks, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm being biased. The RNC looked way cooler than this shit.
Oh, for sure.
This, I don't know what the hell look. Like the type of people I'm looking at.
I like the Cartier family. Well, that was a circus. You see the people running around. Now the guy, the reporter there, he was just doing that on purpose just to blend in. He don't have to represent himself as a Republican. He could just act as one of them, and then just they're gonna show their ass anyways, and they're just demonstrating when he puts the mic up to their faces. Well, look at this gibberish. The Cartier family. That happen to be black, but I just consider them some smart dudes. But since everything's supposed to be separation and identity politics and this and that, well, I just think, I grew up with black friends. I didn't say, this is my black friend Jim. Oh, meet Fred. I didn't say this is my black friend Jim. But on YouTube and all this insanity, let's play the game. Let's play the game. Let's play the game. Yeah, because the racist will be the first one that says, "Oh, you're racist, yo." The one that go out and support all this trickery and tomfoolery out in public, and then behind the scenes they're throwing around all the whatever, you know. They're just showboaters. They're gaslighters. They're showboaters. Now this Cartier family, there's another kid that comes in here too. Check them out. They got 1 million subscribers, but they're good. I like watching them because they're intelligent. You know, what's going on, Ivan Lore? How you feeling, my man? I'm just showing somebody's black YouTube channels, you know, because let's mention that they're black because, you know, we gotta differentiate in today's world and, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, let's just watch these very intelligent college students that are very smart and very smart and intellectual on current events. You ain't getting any curveballs by this group. Nah, not this squad. There's a couple other guys that are on there too. They're called the Cartier family.
I would not want to be there. Yeah, no, I have to agree.
Romeo, we're for out there, Romeo. Who do you think has a bigger lightsaber, Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
It's like Star Wars fans. I mean, come on. Really?
And what's the best way a guy could approach you?
Approach me, I guess, with a microphone and a couple of a seersucker suit, a microphone, and my daughter.
Could I be a good stepdad? So some Gen Z doubters of Kamala have noted her record persecuting people for weed. I'm a stoner. I use it for PTSD. Do you think that era is so over? She's so over that?
I think that even in the period of the Biden-Harris administration, they have been working very hard in order to say no.
What about like coke and stuff?
He's finding all these people. They're all wrapped tight and they're all into all this political insanity and everything. And it's a very interesting time. Very interesting time. So, yeah, that's the Cartier family. They're real smart and intellectual, young college students, and they just happen to be black. You know, they just happen to, that's all. You know. And Kamala Harris ain't black. Newsflash. What else is going on? Now this LFR family, they got 1 million subscribers too. This black dude and some other of his family members. And I like the fact that he's Christian also. He's a Christian. I like that. This LFR family. And, you know, Vivek Ramaswamy, very smart guy. Probably run in 2028. Vivek will probably run 2028. Very smart, good looking. You'll probably see J.D. Vance and Vivek on that ticket. Yeah. So let's check that out. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's skip the commercial. All right. All right. Well, who we got? Gertrude, Ivan. Yep. Yeah. All right. Time to go refreshing the coffee. Get your vodka, get your orange juice, get your joints, whatever you party on. Go get it. Go get down. Go get down to the FM sound. Yeah, I got my coffee in the microwave because I was gonna do a shorter version, but that's that. That's that. Where are you from, Gertrude? Are you a troller or what? What? This ain't my first rodeo. But how you feeling anyways, just the same. Yeah, the LFR family. This is another black dude. I like the smartness, you know, but I watch them not because I just go to choose and pick a black YouTube channel. I just go by I just go by the intelligence and the intellect, and they're likable. They're likable, and I like that. People with some common sense and some logic, because what's happened to our country is the El Bizarro Twilight Zone. I hope everybody's having a good summer, doing the things they planned on doing. If Bidenomics has been hard on you, well, vote for Kamala. If you're a masochist, if you like high prices and you like the high cost of living, and well, just vote for Kamala and rot on the vine. So, when the ghetto party's over, when the ghetto block party's over, and Kamala's done twerking, she's, and they're all cheering. No policies. They mentioned Donald Trump's name at that convention 500 times. They didn't talk about inflation. They didn't talk about policies. They didn't talk about the wars around the world. They didn't talk about anything. Ivan Law, you're trying to... Sometimes my comment section turns into these they're trying to make dates with each other. It'll never happen. It will never happen. Go down to the local gin mill and go find do what you gotta do. But you most likely will end up broke, and you won't know where your underwear and socks are, Ivan. You'll wake up and go, where's my socks and underwear and my wallet? So take it easy. Take it easy. Don't be vulnerable like that. Because after 3 conversations, she'll be telling you her rent is due. All right? Oh, I'm just kidding, Gertrude. I'm just kidding. Dallas is in the house. Dallas is in the house, folks. Now this is Ivan ain't buying no swampland. We just like to have fun here. Now this is LFR family. Great YouTube guy. Just happens to be black. Very, very smart. Very, very, very smart.
And we are all the LFR family. Thank y'all so much for clicking play. Hopefully you click that like button as well. That is my only price of admission in my live streams. To simply hit the like button. And if you're feeling extra generous, just look at the share button below the video. Copy the link and share it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Reddit, X, and make sure you put it inside of the Facebook groups. All right, guys, I do realize that there's a whole lot going on in the world. I have been watching the DNC, just trying to make sure that I stay informed, and I continue to see the same thing. The reason why I'm looking at it is because I wanted to have an objective outlook on things. I no longer get the same butterflies from watching Democratic events all day. So I was trying to watch it to get some sort of idea of what they were trying to sell to America. But I got exactly what I thought they was trying to sell me. They're trying to sell a brand new, beautiful Kamala. That's what they're trying to sell. They're not trying to sell the VP of the last 3.5 years. That's not what they're trying to sell at all. It seems to me like they are trying to distance themselves from the Biden administration, but who am I to say that? I'm just now learning this political thing. I was at a bar today with my good friend Bob today Hood, and shout out to him, really good guy. And he was like, "Bro, you just started really getting into politics in like the last 5 years." And that's true, man. That is true. My head was buried in the sand. I was not trying to pay attention to things. I mean, where we're from, Southeast DC. We vote blue no matter what. I'm talking about blue down the line. Blue, 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 blue. And our favorite politician of all times, and that hands down, is Mayor Marion Barry from Washington, D.C. So that's where we are right now.
Marion Barry, come on, LFR. That crackhead, but he still tried to run some good policy. I think this was still when my man here was still learning his way. Still had some diapers on, but he's good, this guy. Marion Barry. Come on, man.
As I told y'all before, after Obama's first term, I changed my political affiliation to Republican. I was pissed off, all right? And but I still voted blue since then. I voted for Obama twice. I even voted for Biden. I'm partially the reason why Biden is in office right now. But there's a whole lot going on. And I love the fact that they are allowing people that you guys probably don't agree with most times, like Chris Cuomo, to get on the microphone and speak the truth. All he's simply saying is follow the money. I have a couple of videos I want to play for you guys, and communicate with you about. One of which is Vivek Ramaswamy running up on Van Jones. I thought that was extremely classy of Vivek, because Van Jones said some irresponsible things on air before, and Vivek felt like him and his family's life were at jeopardy, and he wanted Van Jones to apologize to his wife. Period. That's called standing on business. So shout out to Vivek Ramaswamy for doing that. He did it in a very classical way. I'm going to play that for you guys. Shout out to Benny Johnson for getting the footage. I don't know how in the hell he planned on. I mean, he ended up getting that footage, but he got some great footage. And then there's a supporting video of Van Jones before then, where he's talking about the main priority of the left is to make sure that the majority, which is white man, know what it feel like to be the minority in this country and also like it. So he said that as well. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. That would be absolutely phenomenal. And share this bad boy if you get an opportunity. That would be awesome as well. This Chris Cuomo joint right here, following the money. I want to play this for you all. I'm sure you guys have seen it before, but I haven't shared it with you all because I haven't been live for the last couple of days. All right, let's go.
A big theme here at the DNC is that they're going to go after corporate gouging, and they're going to go after corporations, whether it's in taxes, largesse, loopholes. The RNC, we heard the same thing. They're going after the elites, the two sets of rules. Let me reveal a reality to you that has to be spoken to here, okay? These are the soldiers. These are the men and the women that go back to their constituencies and their communities, and they fight. They take time from their jobs. They take time from their families. Republicans and Democrats alike. That's what they do. They need to charge these people up. They need to be.
I think what he's getting at is just like there's the puppet masters, and then you got the conventions with all the puppets and everything. But we know who would be a better puppet master that couldn't be bought out: Donald Trump. The Democrat and Joe Biden, we don't even have to go there. They've been bought and paid for since the late 70s. So that's what that DNC is all about. And they're going to throw $500 million in campaign funding toward Kamala Harris. The puppet masters.
Able to get them on board. But there's another reality that is literally looking down on them. Greg, look at the ring of sweets.
I hear you guys saying that the volume need to be turned up a bit. Hold on 1 second. Let me see about this. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me get this volume where it needs to be. Audio. All right.
So what he's going to talk about, what I'm thinking, because I didn't see this. All the suites that are up there at the DNC convention, all the suites, that's where all the puppet masters are. They watched all the speeches, the Obamas, the Clintons, the Pelosi's. They watched all the puppets come on parade, bulls on parade, just like Rage Against the Machine. And they paraded them all out there. And the puppet masters are going, yeah, good. That's they're up there. And these billionaires up there in the suites, they're watching. They're watching this game they play, this political game.
Those boxes, because that's the game. You pay to play. Those boxes are filled with the same people that they say they're going to regulate. They are literally looking down on the faithful and being told, yeah, we're going to break down on them. We're going to make them pay their share. They paid $500, $700, $1 million and a half to have those seats.
Dang.
They get hotel suites that are probably gifted to the party. And the same thing is true with the Republican side. And they're going to take them down. They're going to change how it is. They are looking down from on high at the people who make the difference in their communities. And that is the reality of politics. And I had my producer walk around and show you those suites. Now, they're not all the same. They're not all the same. But the reality is, in 2000, they spent $300 million on presidential campaigns. 24 years later, you know what they're expected to spend? $10 billion. Do you know how much money Harris has raised in the last couple of weeks? Hundreds of millions. And that's success. A lot of it's small donor, a lot of it isn't. The most dangerous money in politics is now legal money because of Citizens United. You've got to know this. The idea that they can fight against it is almost laughable. It's almost laughable. So look and listen when you are told these things. Because I don't care what they promise you. Not here tonight. Not.
This dude had pulled out receipts. He got real receipts out there. Look, the penthouse suite is $500K. The club level suite, $1 million to $1.5 million. Oh my God! Jesus, they are getting paid. The lower level suites, $2.5 million. The two lower level suites, that is crazy. What is that, like a lower level suite that's on the floor? $5 million. We got a super chat that just now came in. Thank you so much, Eric.
The Puppet Masters, just look what they paid for the suites alone. They're watching the chess game. They're watching their little pawns and bishops and rooks, and they're going all around the political chessboard. And then whatever happens. Yeah. What Chris Cuomo, wasn't he that reject from CNN? Is this the same guy? The same Chris Cuomo? What did he have an enlightenment? Chris Cuomo. What am I on? What am I in the Twilight Zone? Did he come to his senses because he went somewhere else? No more CNN for him. Now he's more middle of the road. Did you know that, Ivan? Is he? Because that's him. I can't stand him, but I like what he's saying. Helpful
figure says 320,000 kids missing at the border, reported by the New York Post. The whole Biden admin should be under the prison. A whole lot of numbers are coming out, guys. I don't know if you guys seen the job reporting numbers that came through as well. I think they overshot their number, like 880,000 jobs or something like that, accidentally, allegedly. So all of these things are about to start coming up, but they've already started separating Kamala. I don't know if y'all seen the poll.
Well, they don't want her to say Bidenomics. They just want to disconnect their cart from that Biden horse, like nothing ever happened. The last 3.5 years doesn't count. We're going to have a party right now. We're not going to talk about any substantial things. We're going to rock and roll, and we're going to be woke, and we're going to do all this crazy stuff. And we're going to start from day one. When they asked her a question about, she said something about, well, she don't like to bring up the border. Everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie. And how much can you just keep putting it on the back burner? She's going to have that debate with Donald Trump in September if they stick to it. But how is she going to spin it? How is she going to defend that when it's just facts? It ain't like you're just trying to make up stuff like two buddies that are into sports talking about who's the greatest quarterback of all time. And, there's really not a right or wrong answer, but that debate will be facts. You can't pussyfoot around this kind of stuff. Facts are facts. Then she tried to talk about the unemployment and this, all this other kind of stuff. And she took that out of, they rescinded that. They rescinded that now because she's getting to the point where she's embarrassing the party, and then the puppet masters, some of them have to say, hold on, don't look so retarded. You can't look so completely retarded. Go back and say that 800,000, that was a wrong number. That was, go back and, you can't look that retarded, Kamala. Go back and, we'll just piggyback Donald Trump policy or whatever, like no tax on tips in Vegas. So they're scattered. They're scattered. They come up with one policy. It was Donald Trump's policy. And then she come up with that harebrained number. Now, they lie about the economic indicators. They lie. Inflation's 2.5%, 3.5%. Well, my frozen pizza was $3.75 3.5 years ago. Now it's $7. That's 90%. Do these people know do these people know fourth grade math? Inflation is this, inflation is that. There's no border problem. There's no world war. They everything that you can F up, they've effed it up. That's this Marxist agenda. It's smoke and mirrors, the dumbing down of America. They're going to see, these Marxists said, this is my theory. Now, I wrote papers in college years ago about, now this is the day that's coming up. Hey, Bonzo. How you doing, the drummer? So they've been doing this escalation in American politics with socialists coming in, infiltrating communists, Marxists, infiltrating into America, and they're in political places, mostly the Democrat Party, and now it come to the crescendo where let's try to, we might as well go all the way. These globalists and puppet masters, they says we might as well go all the way. Let's get the two biggest Marxist communists in America and put them on the same ticket. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Because America is that retarded that we could put Kamala Harris, proven scrub, Tampon Tim, proven scrub, Marxist ties and socialist ties and communist ties, common knowledge. Let's put them on the ticket. And they're currently leading in the polls. There you go. I think my paper from 1981, when I was in college, I think my paper is going to be correct when my college professor said, well, geez, Joe, that's pretty outlandish. That's pretty wild. I said, no, you never know. You never know. It could happen, maybe 20 years or whatever. Well, it's been 40 years, and here it is. I'm going to see if I was right or wrong. That the Marxists and communists and socialists will slowly infiltrate into America. Excuse me. And when you got the Senate and the House of Representatives that are being infiltrated too, and everything's bought and paid for, all these votes that they don't care about your constituents. They don't care about their constituents. They don't care. They care about that money. They'll vote for them, not for your community. So this is what's going to pan out. This is what's finally going to come into play. I've been waiting a long time. I think that they'll probably win. You think inflation's bad now? Ooh. You see what they do? They know about psychology. The Germans, all the theorists, all the behaviorists, Piaget, Freud, Pavlov, B.F. Skinner, they all studied human behavior back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. They've studied this. And when you can control propaganda, as does the communist parties, the communist countries do, then you got the people. you got the people, and then then it's too late. It's too late. So they'll bait you in with all this and that, and then once you let them in the house, they'll come knocking on the door. Look, we got gifts for you. We're gonna do this and that, and then once you let them in the house, it's your ass. So this has been well studied for well over 70 years, and now they finally got to the point in American history where there's two running for Kamala and Tampon Tim. They got what they want. This is the moment of truth where they see, can they actually pull this off in the United States of America? Can they actually pull this off? You see how the Secret Service is so corrupt. You see how Department of DHS is so corrupt. These are the people that are supposed to protect us. They wouldn't protect ex-President Donald Trump. And then they're at the hearings. I don't know. We don't know this. We don't know that. At all the Senate hearing committees. It's a joke. They do it in your face because they think they're still going to stay in power. And this is the moment of truth. This is the moment of truth. Donald Trump gets back in. He's going to clean the swamp out again, but it's a much deeper swamp than it was his first trip. It's a much deeper swamp. And he better triple up his security. And if Kamala Harris gets elected and all the Trump supporters and all that, they're trying to, what they're trying to do is provoke. This is what happens. This is the preliminary step, what makes countries socialist, okay? They have rigged elections, assassination attempts, the country going crazy, inflation, everything's upside down. And then what happens? That's step one. Step two, geez, that might cause civil unrest. Oh yeah, gee, this and that. So now you got civil unrest in the streets, people fighting each other, doing whatever, like in major cities where there's Republican cities and Democratic cities traditionally, and then you're going to have craziness going on in those cities if Kamala Harris is elected. And then what happens after that? It's like, well, when there's civil unrest, then what happens? They bring in the National Guard, and then they got you. You want to go from here to there, down the road, you got to go through a checkpoint. That's what they want. That's what they want. They want to eliminate the middle class, have all the elites, and then have the rest of the population dependent on the government. So that's why they have all these bad economic policies that are retarded. They don't make sense. And if they're talking about doing some good economic policy, it's a lie. It's a lie. Yeah. What's up, Bonzo? Oh, I don't know. Yes, I still think. Division 4, I hope Manchester's. So that's what we got in place. It's the moment of truth in American history. And I just wanted to stress about the video about these black dudes, and they're dudes that just happen to be black, but we're doing identity politics. We're doing identity whatever. But, like I said before, I had my best friends were black coming up, and if I saw somebody, I didn't go, oh, this is my black friend Tony or Jim. This is my friend Jim. So the racist will say, oh, that's racist. You call your black friend. They say white boy. What's up, white boy? Well, I'm cool with that. I can handle being called white boy. But what if I said, what's up, black boy? See, I don't play that hood game. I'm from the hood, the United Nations. I'm from that. The people in the suburbs will talk shit about me for my commentary when they never been around anybody of any color. Oh, you had me confused, Bonzo. And so they artificially inseminate their commentary on some gibberish. I was prejudiced against. Italians were being people were racist against Italians. you know, there's racists against black and white racism. There's racists with black and white race, and then there's prejudice against nationalities. Now there's whites that are Italian, German, English, WASP, white Anglo-Saxon, Protestant. There's whites that are there's a white race that has different nationalities. The KKK is white, and they're prejudiced against Italians. That's supposed to be a white race. So you got divisions of the white race that are prejudiced against one. Then you got racism when it's a whole total race, and it's old totalitarian. Is that a word? Against another race. So people sit up there and go, "Oh, that's racist, Joe. That's and that." Yeah, really? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, okay. Why? Because it doesn't sound politically correct. Because everybody's running around like little femmes and little woke little bitches, and it's all fairy tale, and there's no empowerment for a white man and everything else, or the white race. They're eliminating the white man out of everything, and all you see on TV is all color and fat black women and everybody of color, but there's no white man. And if a white man says something about it, then he's bad. Then he's bad. Then he's bad. All they got is this diversity exclusion, this DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, and they're just running that game along totally across the board. They're just running that DEI garbage. That's why you got nitwits sitting in positions that are supposed to be, it's not a meritocracy anymore. It's just, oh, we need a token black. We need a token Puerto Rican. We need a token Chinese. We need a token this. And guess what? They ain't white. And it most likely ain't going to be a white man. So who does Kamala put on their ticket? A Marxist white. A Marxist white to balance off the color. But she ain't even black. So they put the black and white up there because, look, we got a white on the ticket. It's all the psychographics. They've studied this for decades. And this is the moment of truth that now the door is open, and let's just see if America will bite. Let's just see. The dumbing down of America has been going on for a very, very long time, even in our food supply, even in everyday goods. They've been calcifying your we're not going to get into all that, but it's to dumb you down. So when you're dumbed down and you're distracted by all the fake networks, all the fake print media, all the fake network media, and then you're also being dumbed down at the same time, and you got propaganda media, you're going to capture the retards. You're going to get the retards to go, geez, that sounds like a good idea. Geez, that sounds good. Yeah. When's the next party? Yeah. What's going on, the Bonzo and Ivan Lore? I wanted to get back, touch base with you guys, and do something on a Sunday night. Get back to the groove again. And anybody new? So I really am glad that these black guys that are real smart and they're doing their views because they have common sense and intellect and communication skills, and they throw it around. That Cartier family, they throw it around, they bounce things off each other. They're really into it. And they are sick. They are sick of this race baiting shit and all this identity politics. They're sick of it. I got black friends that we talk about stuff. And 3 years ago, they were still for the Democrats. But now they're like, Jojo, man, were you right? And you know what? They don't appreciate now that they're being perceived as being so stupid that they'll fall for this garbage. They'll fall for this garbage. I said, Miguel, what happened to you? Well, you have a heart You're having a hard time supporting the family while you're cheering for Biden and Harris. You're having a hard time over there, bro. Oh, by the way, bro, school's starting. How's your budget? Holler at your boy. No, I'm voting for Trump. Oh, now you're voting for Trump, huh, Tio? Now if you're watching, I love you, bro. I love you, bro. But now you're voting for Trump, huh? Yeah. Well, we were in each other's faces 3.5 years ago, and you're talking all this smack because you were being played like a sucker, because that's what a black man is supposed to. They perceived you as just being less intelligent, less IQ. You can't think for yourself. Follow the leader like a sheep to the slaughter. Now you're waking up because folks, what makes people wake up out of this fog? What makes people wake up? Money. Honey, did you pay the rent last month? No, I had to pay the electric bill. Oh, well, what happened to the other money we had saved? Oh, I spent that on school clothes. Oh, now you snap out of it. Oh, you're playing all these games and twerking and partying and you're doing all this and that. And then, boom, you're broke. You got no more savings in the bank. You got no more credit left. And now your tongue's hanging out. Now you want to vote for Trump. So some of that population, some of that demographic gets hypnotized and they never come out of that spell. And some do. For those that don't come out of the spell, I hope Kamala gets elected and I hope they rot on the vine. Forgive me, Jesus. Forgive me, Jesus. But they deserve to rot on the vine. I'm sorry. I'll pray tonight and say, forgive me, God. So you want to cheer for these Marxists? You want to cheer for them? You want to cheer? Yeah, go ahead and cheer. You'll be looking for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, just like me. No, I got to lose a little weight. Thank you, Jesus. I got a good support system. So I don't have a lot of income, but I got a good support system, friends and family that help me. I lived good once upon a time, but I screwed myself up because I was hypnotized and I was running around with the wrong people and no good. But we could still make a comeback. So after 7 months of Joe Biden, after Obama Harris, Kamala. Hey, we got to start calling her Kamala. O Kamala, faithful, joyous and triumphant. O Kamala. Yeah. Holler at your girl. She ain't even fine. She claimed to be a black woman. She ain't got no black lady figure. No, I'm not trying to be a dog or anything like that. But damn, if you're going to try to twerk with something, you're flatter than a 2x4. Come on. That mixed Indian flat ass race. Yeah. You can't even pull off being ghetto, Kamala. You can't even pull off being ghetto. You can't even pull it off. Come on. What the hell's going on here? You ain't got no rhythm. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing that's black. You married a white guy. You married that crumb. You married a white guy. I thought the white man was the enemy. You married that guy. You won't even kiss her on the lips. He don't even want to kiss you on your lips, Kamala, because we know how you worked your way up to the top, Kamala. Yeah, every time you try to show this romantic thing with your husband and everything, he turns his head. Where them lips been? Yeah, holler at your boy, folks. Holler at your boy. Yeah, take that nasty ass breath out of here. We know where you've been. Come on. She's the Democratic Party hoe. I said it. Yeah, I said it. She's the Democratic Party hoe. And she's a puppet that she's a throwaway tampon. Like Tampon Tim. She's a throwaway. Let's just see what we can do. They got rid of Biden. Oh, Biden. Hey, I just said that unconsciously. Freudian. I said they got away from Biden. That was a Freudian slip. They got rid of Biden, and there was a coup. How do you become the candidate when you didn't get a delegate? You didn't get a delegate. So what do? Just change the rules as they go? It would be better for Donald Trump to go relax and chill out, live like a king in all his properties, and let America get what they want. That's how Billy wants to take that poison ice cream. Well, give the poison ice cream to Billy, and then after a while he'll be like, "Mommy and Daddy, I don't feel good." Well, yeah, too late. It's too late. You were fighting hard for that poisonous ice cream, Billy. It's too late. Now suffer. Now get to your bedroom right now. Well, by the way, it's cold up there because they turned the electric off. We can't afford the electric bill. And I had to sell your bedroom set, so you're sleeping with a sleeping bag on the floor because we couldn't pay the rent. So holler at your boy, Billy. Holler at your boy. Yeah. You want Harris? Yeah. The same people that are cheering for her, they're from a lower economic demographic. They're the ones that are going to suffer the hardest. So while they're partying, all that woke and LBG, whatever the hell it is, they're partying. Wait till about a year when they're going to have the Kamala Harris hangover and reality sets in. You think you're broke now? Ooh. There's going to be people that never even jaywalked in their life. There's going to be people that never committed a crime. There's going to be people that never even had a speeding ticket in their life. They're going to they're going to turn into happenstance, consequential criminals. We'll call them consequential criminals. Because when you got 3 kids to feed and the bills are rising, you got no money left, you got laid off, your bank account is dry, your credit cards are dry, you got 3 kids that need to be taken care of, you got your wife hollering at you, you're no good, you're going to go try, you might get a little brave and go crawl in a window somewhere or go freaking, we'll call that consequential criminals. Because when people are at the end of the road and they want to survive and they're doing it for the love of their family, it's no excuse, but they're doing it for the survival. When you try to survive in any way, shape, or form, you'll do things that you never thought you'd ever do before. Just like in the mafia, just like people thought they would never be pushed to do something in a certain way. Psychology. They never thought until they were pushed in a corner and, well, you either do this or this is going to be the results if you don't. You do a lot of things that you never thought you would have ever even thought about before. So it's crazy dynamic. I mean, I was a runaround guy, as you guys know. I was a runaround guy with the crew, and my godfather was a hitman and all that. And, and I did some things, daring things, not violent. I did some daring things that I never thought I would ever entertain. But I wasn't as much as being desperate. I was more or less being greedy. And when you think there's easy money, and you're greedy, when you're greedy and then you think something is easy money, you'll take the bait in a minute. So it's psychologically speaking. So you get pushed in a corner, and then I seen these guys in the crew and all kinds of stuff, because psychologically speaking, you're pushing these people, any human being, you're pushing them to the limit. So after a year of Kamala Harris, when everybody's tongue is hanging out, and you think prices are bad now, they'll be doubled again. Inflation will be doubled again. It'll be hyperinflation within 1 year of Kamala Harris. That ain't nothing to be. That doesn't make a person smart to freaking predict that. I don't have to try to act smart to predict that because that's just easy. That's a no-brainer. That's their goal. That's their agenda. They want to eliminate the middle class. Eliminate the middle class and put everybody in a lower economic demographic where you depend on the government. And when you become dependent on the government, now they have power over you. And then after that, it's over. Hope you got a passport and you can make it to Norway or Sweden or Switzerland and go over there and retire or do what you got to do. Run while you could get out of the country. While you can get out of the country, run. Because it won't be like Castro letting them all come over on boats from Cuba. It won't be like that. Like, oh, just go ahead. You could get on the boats, the Cuban exile, you know. It won't be like that. Won't be like that. They'll catch you at the airport. Come with me. Where you going? Well, I was gonna try to go visit the ski. I was gonna go take a vacation. No, you can't leave the country. Sorry. Yeah, now you're stuck. You want to go overseas? Get on a life raft. Get on a life raft and float across. Gonna be a little crazy, but Kamala is winning. They say because of the big party, the big block party they had at the convention, that her polling has gone good, and it's just like, well, I don't know. What's going to happen is, who's going to be the moderator at the debate? Yeah. Oh, is it Bonzo? It's happening in the UK. See, I have an international channel. I got acclaimed people in my commentary. This might be a small channel, but I got acclaimed people in my channel. That's how we roll here. Forget about the numbers. We're thinkers here. No money out of the UK. These are globalists. These are globalists, ladies and gentlemen. They're globalists. What do you think the dictator of North Korea is thinking when they look at Kamala Harris and Joe Biden? What about China? How about Tampon Tim? He's been to China 37 times in his life, and he's so radical left, it's unbelievable. And Kamala's so radical left. There's radicals and there's lefts, people on the left and whatever, blah, blah, blah. These are beyond. These make radicals look like Boy Scouts and brownies. These radicals, Kamala Harris and Tampon Tim. These are radicals that you would wonder how they could be the mayor of a town for these two. That it would be a wonder how they could even be voted to be a mayor. Now they're running for office in one of the most freest nations with America, the United States of America, what it stood for through its inception from the Revolutionary War and everything else, from 240, 50 years to the evolution to having it, two candidates running and leading in the polls that are as radical as two people on planet Earth. In a United States election that are on the presidential ticket. What are these other leaders of these countries thinking? Well, wars broke out everywhere. No respect. No respect. Joe Biden was at the world at the World Summit. He fell asleep and pooped his pants. Putin and all them were laughing at him. Well, they were laughing at him. They were laughing. What happened to Joe Biden? Clean up aisle three. We got a mess here. Somebody get this guy a diaper. Please, somebody get him a diaper. Who is that? Well, that's that Joe Biden from America. He's whacked out. Yeah. Well, wake him up. We smell poop. Well, I think he had an accident. What? He's still president for 5 more months, folks. He's still president. Joe Biden is still the president. Kamala Harris up there. And on day one, I will do this. On day one. You've had 3.5 years already, Sally. You've had 3.5 years. What do you think? How can you dodge the border crisis? How can you dodge the border crisis? How are you going to spin that, Kamala and Tampon Tim? How are you going to spin that where it's fact? That's all they do is lie, lie, lie. They're just programmed to lie. And those retarded Democrats will be buying it all. No, there ain't no problem at the border. No, there's no problem with inflation and prices and gas and the cost of energy, the cost of food and everything else. She was saying price gauging. She's an illiterate. Oh, and then there's not going to be price gauging. It's price gouging, you illiterate. It's price gouging. What did somebody do? Hand you a memo and you can't even read, you illiterate? No price gauging. What a clown show this is. And then we're going to add $25,000 tax on all this or that. They said, no, you better back off of that. You talk about the price of houses. Oh, we're going to give all new home buyers a $25,000 credit toward new home buyers. New home buyers. Here's $25,000 to go to buy a new house for first-time buyers. Really, knucklehead? You failed economics 101. You failed economics 101. So you want to artificially inflate that. Real estate and apartments is already so high. Now you want to inflate them prices. Now you're going to make it even more impossible for people to have their American dream, to own a house and buy a house. Why? So what can you do? Sell them that dream show, and then what happens? They're going to default on them houses. They're going to foreclose, and then who gets all the property? The government. The government ends up with all that. Another land grab by the government. So eliminate that. Yeah. Price gauging. Yeah, we're not price gauging. Yeah, we're going to give $25,000 to new home buyers. Really, Einstein? Wow. Everything that comes out of that Democratic Party is so perverted, so it's retardation. Everything's a lie. She mentioned Donald Trump 500 times. She never mentioned the border. I guess that's not an issue. She's been in office for 3.5 years. She never mentioned about what's she going to do about the border while they were having a block party at the Democrat convention. She never talked about inflation. She said inflation was 2%, which is normal. Really? So when you go to the store, does the cost of your food reflect a 2% increase in the cost of your pizza and bread and milk and meat and hamburger? So when you folks go to the grocery store, is that representative in your food bill? Well, Kamala claims inflation is only 2%. I guess gasoline didn't go up either. I guess energy costs didn't go up either. They just spit these lies out like, you know what I call it? Psychopathy. Psychopaths. It's psychopathy. That's what it is. It's deranged Trump syndrome. If we don't like a person, we'll accept Charles Manson. For the fact that we don't like a guy that's got proven success and that he's white, but he's a proven success, but they don't like whites. And, some of them do, but, a little segment, I'll be honest. Okay, I'll be fair. So we don't like that. You don't like when you had everything was good in the country. You don't like. I don't care who it was, Donald Trump, whoever it was, that guy did good. But you will accept, just because you hate this guy, you'll accept Charles Manson. And you'll follow. You'll play along. You'll play along. Just because we don't like that guy, we'll follow Charles Manson. We don't need to know what Charles Manson's policies are just because we don't like Donald Trump. We'll accept whatever Charles Manson will give us for the next 4 years when you've already seen Charles Manson for the last 3.5 years. Sucker is born. In psychology, and the theorists and the Marxists and the communists that were coming over here and seeing how far they could get to a person's mind, they realized through propaganda that how malleable a person's common sense and logic could be. How you can fray that common sense and logic, and how malleable the mind is, and how you can trick people and convince them, and they'll fight for it, and they'll go through, they'll go right to the slaughter. You know, the house is on fire over there. No, I like that party. You know, we're emotional voters. We don't care about policies. We're just emotional. We hate Donald Trump. We like her. So we're just emotional voters. We're not common sense thinkers. We're just emotional voters. I don't like Donald Trump, so give me Charles Manson, because I'll take anybody but Donald Trump. So give me my oppressor. Give me the party that's going to oppress us for 4 more years. These psychologists and theorists that come in, you know where they came from? Communist countries. Communist countries. Germany, France, well, you know, back years ago, there was more socialistic, communistic countries. Where'd they study? Universities. Their theories were brought up in curriculum, and then all of a sudden the faculty became some sitting members on faculties in major powerful universities in America. Some of them are even the deans, and then you get to the higher level in the millionaire class that infiltrate that into academia. So where can you get the kids' minds? Get them when they're 17, 18, and 19, indoctrinate them into these colleges, and they'll believe all this bullshit. They'll believe it, because if my professor said it, it must be true. If my professor said it, then he's the end all of knowledge. They control everything. Donald Trump's the only guy that stood up against it, and he's been fighting upstream. They're taking shots at him because he's just a one-man army that's going against all of it. All of it. See what's going to happen. What's up, Max? I didn't see you sneak in the back door. I left it open. Close the door behind you. Come in and have a coffee with me. It's the Sunday night blowout. I think I'm out of coffee. Yeah, we'll finish up in a little bit. All right, sorry about that, folks, but whoever comes in here, folks, this is politics, yes, and it's very important in this period of American history. We're going to try to raise up our standard of living, our thinking, and we still have to have fun in life. You know, this is frustrating. It gets people pissed off, and it's like, how could a country that was the leader in everything fall? in 3.5 years. The dismantling of a country that was the best at everything. It only took 3.5 years. You want 4 more years? You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. But baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. Here's something you'll never forget. But baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. Because you ain't been around. Go Kamala. Go Biden. Go Kamala. Go Tampon. Come on. Cheer. Let's go. Let's vote Democrat. Because I'll just head south. I got family down south. I'll survive just fine. And I'll have my toes in the sand. And I'll be fine because God is good. And God watches over me. And I'm blessed. And I don't mean to put any ill will on people and hope they have to suffer through hard economic times, because I do want to try to be a Christian, and it's bad for me to say they should rot, that's bad for me to say that. Because I get aggravated, and it's just like, if they're going to be that stupid, they should suffer when Biden or when Harris gets elected. When Harris gets elected, then they should suffer. Sir Drums, how you been, man? Long time no see. Sir Drums, let's go, New York. Let's go, New York. Send me a bus ticket. I'll freaking take a Trailways bus to New York. I haven't ate filet mignon in a long spell. Sir Drums, how you doing? So, like I was saying, thank you, folks, for coming in here. I'm from a military family, and I had friends and family that lost their life in war. And I Vietnam vet, my second uncle. They're older, but these wars screwed them up. And for what these bums are doing to our country, when these people have PT, post-traumatic stress, loved ones that died, they fought for this. They fought to have a coup, to be related. That's what these veterans fought for. That's why I get so pissed off, Sir Drums. That's why I get pissed off. They wouldn't give the Vietnam vet aid, but the illegal immigrants stay at the Hyatt Regency. The Vietnam vets and everybody got taken out of all the homeless shelters and everything. Who they put in? The illegal immigrants. This regime put in the illegal immigrants, kicked out the soldiers of war. That's why I get so frustrated at these evil demons that you urinate on these people that fought and risked their lives, put them into the streets so illegal, violent criminals could come in and get room service with a $6,000 debit card. What's going on here? And of course, them taxpayers got to foot the bill, but who cares about a budget deficit? Who cares? Just devalue the price of our dollar anyways. Tank it all till there's just a Marxist regime, which they're aiming for. Crazy, Sir Drums. It's just completely crazy. So I got a Vietnam buddy that's got every medal in the book. The Purple Heart, the Congressional Medal of Honor, the Bronze Star, everything. He's told me these stories. He's ready to go. He got out of high school, and then all of a sudden, him and his girlfriend, his high school sweetheart, he's got a whole plan for her, and they're gonna get married, and they're gonna do this and that. And then his mother says, "Look, Doug, there's a notice from the Uncle Sam. You're going to some country, Vietnam, to fight." "What? Where's Vietnam, Ma?" "Well, it's on the other side of the globe." What? He comes back, go to the homeless shelter, get kicked out, go to the street so we could bring in an illegal immigrant. I don't even want to tell you what I would do. Let's just leave that alone. Let's just leave that alone. You want to turn things crazy? Well, then let's just go down crazy lane, but let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. You know, I used to say years ago, when you're trying to be diplomatic, you know, with certain people, there's dangerous people, but I wasn't trying to be a tough guy to psycho mafia gangsters, but I made some mistakes with them. But it's like, you know, it's like F you too. So it's like, you want to go down crazy lane? You want to take a walk down crazy lane? Well, let's go take a walk down crazy lane and let's see who comes back. So, you know, you shouldn't talk like that as a Christian, but it's like, make you nuts. You want to go down crazy lane? Well, let's go. You ain't gonna be skipping and doing all this. So they got everything upside down. And when this country turns their back on our veterans, these Marxists, straight up Marxists, the Hyatt Regency over here and the Marriott and the freaking Garfield, whatever that Garfield commercial is, they bust everybody in. I was gonna do a YouTube. I was gonna do a live YouTube from my phone, and I was gonna pull in over there. They got all the buses up there. They're putting all the migrants in this 5-star hotel over here outside of Buffalo. 5-star hotel. All the migrants. They kicked everybody out. The Americans. They kicked all the Americans out of the hotel. And then they put all the illegal immigrants in there. They got room service. They're eating filet mignon. They got a debit card for $6,000. They got a food stamp card for $1,000. Taxpayers are paying for it. Holler at your boy, Joe Biden, and your girl, Kamala Harris. So when tax season comes around, better do another shift at the factory, Billy, because your taxes are going up. Sorry about your luck, Chuck. Yeah. So I pulled in there because a friend of mine lived out that way. And I says, oh, my God, I want to check this out. I want to record this. I want to record this with my phone. So I went to pull into the hotel parking lot. A freaking cop car come out of the freaking bushes. A cop cut me off. I said, oh, I was trying to get a room here. I tried to play it off, you know. I put my phone down because I was getting ready to record. But a cop car cut me off. I said, oh, I'm trying to get a room. Oh, no, this is just for the immigrants. I said, this is a public establishment. Can I get a room here, officer? No, they're all booked. There's 3 school buses with all, there's a whole parade of yellow school buses in the drive loop. Wow. Then guess what? I went by there a month later. There's clotheslines and clothes and everything. They turned it into a shit box. The Marriott, the Hyatt Regency, and everything. They got clotheslines with their dirty underwear hanging on it. What happened to our country? Now, I know that there are good immigrants that come here. Like, we're all immigrants from America. But you got to come in the right way. You got to be vetted. You have to enter our country the right way. Otherwise, there's no border. Thank you, Sir Drums. Thank you, man. God bless you and your family, Sir Drums. Thank you, sir. Sir Drums, he's on point. I like those music videos, man. I like the good old music videos. Sir Drums, I think you're from a popular band or something. Is there something I don't know? You know I'm already crazy enough. There's something I'm missing something. Sir Drums, I could use it. I'm telling you what, I'm gonna go get a half a steak on you. I'm gonna get that steak. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. Thank you, God. Thank you, Sir Drums. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. But, man, what are you going to do? This stuff make you nuts. So, yeah, they're staying at 5-star hotels. So, I mean, come in the right way. Oh, now they believe that there's 70 new terrorist groups. 70. Not 3, not 9, not 11. 70 new terrorist groups that just walked over the border. And the DHS, the good old Department of Homeland Security, and those clowns, and the Secret Service and all the whatever, they had to come out. Usually they're tight-vested. They're tight-vested because they just go along with the Biden-Harris stuff. But they're like, hey, we got to let you know. It looks bad. We're on the other team, but there's up to 70 new terrorist cells that have entered here from all over planet Earth. What are they planning on doing? What? Wow. Man, 70. They said there was already, they can't keep track because guess what? Department of Homeland Security doesn't even care to keep track anymore. But they're thinking after Donald Trump, if Donald Trump, see now they're starting to think about this election and they're trying to backtrack a little because they're thinking if Donald Trump gets elected, he's going to go back and have Senate hearings on this stuff. And he's going to call those same people from DHS, Mayorkas, and all them clowns. He's going to call them back up for the Senate hearings and say, well, was it a fact that you knew that these first 30 terrorist groups came in and you did nothing? Open border, they walked across. They skipped across the border. They just skipped across the border. That's treason. That's an act of treason. You could prosecute that as an act of treason against your country. You can. That's prosecutable. That's treason. That's going against your country and the safety of your country. Thank you, Mr. Drums. So that's nice to know. Amongst with the bad economy and everything else, now they just had this guy get caught in Buffalo from whatever, 45 murders right here in Buffalo. They caught some freaking guy that walked across the border, got bussed. He got a free bus trip to New York City. From New York, he went to Buffalo. He murdered and raped a minor and assaulted 2 others or whatever. They looked it up. He had 40, they let him out of prison. He was a serial revolutionary guy that had 45 murders. They shipped him here to America. He walked across. No, he flew. He flew right in. He flew right in, unvetted. They gave him a ticket. They wanted him out of the country, out of their country, go to America. 45 murders. Just perpetrated crime here, a very tragic crime here in Buffalo. They don't even have to be part of a terrorist group. Wow. Yeah, Ivan. Yeah. You watch Channel 7 News, it was on Channel 7 News. They say it could be more. They can't keep track of these terrorists, these revolutionaries from all these other countries. Our Department of Homeland Security doesn't care. You saw the hearings about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. You saw that clown show they put up there. You saw that clown show. They don't care. These are Marxists. These are actual Marxists. I'm not just saying it. It's in their past. It's in their past. These people on these committees in Congress and Senate, they have Marxist past. I'm just not throwing stuff out of the air, grab bagging stuff out of the air. No. This is the truth, sir. I only lie half of the time. Or I could be a Democrat and I could lie all the time. Nah, I keep it real here. To the best of my knowledge. Yeah. Yeah. My friend went to the casino down there in that scum downtown Buffalo, and he was parked in the ramp. In the ramp, they robbed the car. They wait in the casino to see if people win. There's no security guards. They're all DEI. They're all fat white guys, all fat black ladies. Who are they gonna scare if some conflict goes down in a casino? Their policy is hands off anyways. So there ain't nobody to protect you when you're going to the cashier if somebody wins a good payout. And then you got them plotting around in there. They're on the eye in the sky. The camera sees them walking around. Why don't they get escorted out of there? But they're mugging people out of the casino. They're mugging people when they walk. You could win $12,000 and ask for a security guard to walk you to your car, and they're going to tell you, no, Grandma, you're on your own. Good luck. Good luck. You're on your own, Grandma. Well, I don't feel safe. That guy's been following me now for the last hours. I don't feel safe. Well, you're on your own. Call somebody up. Go take that gauntlet. Go take that cannonball run to your car, Grandma. Good luck. That's that scum Buffalo, Seneca Creek. That's that scum Buffalo, Seneca Creek. You get mugged in the parking ramp. The cars get broken into in the parking ramp. They don't even monitor the parking ramp. The scum Democratic Buffalo, New York. Scum. Scum. Just like New York State. Yeah, capital region of New York here. It's crazy everywhere. Yeah, how isn't a country supposed to progress with knowledge and common sense and wisdom and technology? Isn't a country supposed to progress? How have we fallen? Who would have ever thought a country could have fell this far, this fast? They've slowly been inching their way in through Congress, political seats, power seats, courts, judicial system, the legislative system, the academic machine. They slowly been infiltrating in. And now it's all come to the moment of truth, folks. November. You know, there's only one good. There's only God could save this country. This is a battle, good versus evil. This is an election, yes, Democrat and Republican election. Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. But in other words, it's good versus evil. Gertrude. Yeah, I'm long-winded. You're new here. You're going to have to get some coffee out because I'm a marathon man. Wow. So that's what we're up against. This is one nation under God, indivisible. Ooh. I don't know. Satan's had a good run. Lucifer is having a real good run. Is this biblical? Could this also be biblical where the end times? Could it be the end times are coming along? In Revelations in the Bible. It's almost running parallel to the Bible and Revelations. This is almost synchronized with that. If you don't believe me, read it. Read it. Well, at least if it is, enjoy every day. You know, we got to enjoy. And maybe, you know, I made a comeback from being dead. So you can make a comeback. Maybe the country can make a comeback. There could be prosperity and community and love and compassion. Maybe it could come back. You know, but it's going to be tough. Donald Trump needs a miracle because he's losing more and more in the polls all the time. Like God told Lucifer, go run to and fro. Go run on earth. Go run. You got dominion. You got dominion. Go ahead, Lucifer. But my children will know who their father is. So Satan, you could go run crazy all over planet Earth, and Satan's having a hell of a millennium. Satan's having a hell of a millennium. It's good versus evil. Wow. So, very interesting that we're living during this historical time in America. The extreme evil and the extreme good. Does the darkness overcome the light? Or does the light overcome the darkness? All right, folks. Now I'm going to earn my money tonight. Thank you, Sir Drums. I'm going to earn my money tonight. Will the darkness overcome the light, or will the light overcome the darkness? Because this is spiritual warfare. This is the beginning or end of our country as we once know it. You could bring darkness into a light room, a bright room. You could bring a little darkness, just so to speak, for the sake of argument. You could bring a little darkness into a light room, and it ain't going to make the room dark. You could bring a little darkness in a bright room. It ain't going to make the room dark. But you could bring a little light in a dark room and light that room up. So will the light overcome the darkness? In biblical terms, it does every time. Spiritually speaking, it does. But we are in the flesh with crazies and psychos running around because Lucifer, God said, Lucifer, get who you can get. So it's all unfolding, folks. I'm earning the money tonight, Sir Drums. I'm earning it. God bless you and your family, Sir Drums, and Max and Gertrude and Frank and everything else. Frank, what are you talking about? All your messages are being retracted. What do you got going on over there, Frank? What do you got going on? Michael Candinas, you still there? The Bonzo, hey, what's going on over here? I love my people. You guys know I love you. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, how come I only got one super chat, you chiselers? Huh? Hey, Big Small, how you feeling? Yeah, hey. Where's my super chat, Gertrude? There's admission to get in here. This is an elite group here, in case you haven't noticed, Squirt. I'm feeling with my toes. How you feeling? I feel with my hands. Good to have you all aboard here. You know me, I'm the marathon man. I've covered everything tonight but the weather. Well, what's the weather? Well, it's currently 77 degrees out. Barometric pressure 29.83 and rising. Wind is calm, 5 miles to 10 miles an hour. Holler at your boy. I'm a frustrated weatherman. So now we've covered everything. We've covered everything under the sun. The Bonzo. Light and shade sounds like Led Zeppelin. Bonzo, why do you always got to freak me out like that? I was trying, man, I tell you, man, sometimes there's, thank you, the Bonzo. Sometimes there's synchronicity through the air because I was trying to make a reference. I didn't know if you were still in there or not, but I was trying to make a reference to one of them songs because I do have a brain injury, in case you haven't noticed, but there were so many songs, but I was trying to reference the Light and Shade sounds like Led Zeppelin. Well, the Black Album, but light up, man. I chain smoke. God, I used to be an athlete. I used to be a distance runner, but man, this addiction's bad. I quit the hard stuff. Thank you, Jesus. But now it's caffeine and nicotine. And then I like to talk to you guys and smoke because I'm excited. I'm excited. I get to do a show. I get to see these guys. Start chewing up cigarettes. I should just eat them, So Led Zeppelin, the Bonzo, man. The Bonzo and the Sir Drums. You guys already got me nuts. The Bonzo gave me a super chat, and Sir Drums gave me a super chat, because these are the musicians. Man, I'm a frustrated musician. I'm a writer. I've written stuff, but wow, Robert Plant could write a song about today. Robert Plant, Big Small. Wow. I got the computer plugged into the wall. What time is it? 9:20, 9:32? We might go to 12. We might go to 12. We might go to 12 to midnight, you know? After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang down after midnight. After midnight, Biden's gonna shit his pants. We're all gonna be in a trance. We're gonna let it hang out. What you talking about? Go to the convention. Get hypnotized all the way home. You might get mugged now. You might get mugged now. Look at Trump now. He's trying to save this country, you fools. Keep your eyes open. Don't you dare listen to the fake news. We're gonna let it all hang out. We're gonna let it all hang out after midnight. Kamala Harris gonna turn into a pumpkin. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah. Ta-da. We're gonna let it all hang out. Yeah. Sitting here doing time alone with my friend. I've committed no crime. It's just me I offend. 3 days without, and I'm feeling clean again. Trying to go the distance with this demon I call friend. Well, there you have it, folks. That's drug addiction. That's when the devil crawls up your ass and grabs the heart out of your ass. I'm unplugged, Biggie Small. Biggie Small, they got me unplugged. Yeah. They got me unplugged over here. Yeah, we like to have fun with my family here. This is my computer. I'm 61 years old. I live here. What am I going to do? What the hell? Junked my car. In case any of the newcomers are here, I saved up for 2.5 years to buy a car, and I got ripped off by an 81-year-old couple. I know I'm crying like a baby, and they're such a nice elderly couple. Oh, I shook their hand and everything else, and then the car broke down, and I junked it. We're going to call this couple Bonnie and Clyde. Sometimes you catch the dog, and sometimes the dog catches you. Well, they caught me. This little old, innocent, elderly couple that had relocated to Florida, and I paid for their moving expenses with that junk car I bought. But I thought nobody could run game on me, but they did. Can't never let your guard down. But sometimes you catch bad breaks. Sometimes you catch good breaks. And I caught the good breaks that saved my life. So give me those good breaks. I'll take the bad breaks, but give me those good breaks that got me alive and well and being alive. So I'll take those good breaks. So whatever happens over there, yeah, it hurts like that. It hurts. Yeah. Yeah. Too bad, Joe. Yeah. Here's a violin. Cry a river. Yeah. Shit happens. But we got to move on. We could still laugh. There's enough to cry about, but we could still laugh. That's obvious. That's obvious. I know we can come back. I know that it's there for everybody, that the world will beat the crap out of you, but you could still, it's, you got to realize who we are, what's our origins as children of a super being. We are the children of a super being. So let's not get that far disjointed and fall into the thinking of the world, worldly thinking. We think worldly, we think physically, but it's the spiritual realm that controls the physical realm. So we got to keep our mind in play. We got to keep our mind, level and focused. It's tough. It's tough. We are emotional creatures. It's so easy to sin. How can you be sinless? I'm on the beach. There's a girl in a bikini looking fine as hell. And if I have a bad thought, that's a sin. Forgive me. I'm not a whore master or a womanizer or nothing like that. But if I just have a thought to say, well, damn, that girl's fine, that's a sin. Wow. That's a sin. Thank God Jesus come along and said, I'll pay the tab. I'll pay the tab because you're thinking impure thoughts. Just the thought. Wow. Thank God Jesus came along because So, what are you going to do? Takes a man to face death to keep those cigs. Yeah, I've been cutting down now. I slowed down the chain smoking. Yeah, right. Whatever they're putting in them cigarettes is stronger than freaking heroin. Whatever chemicals they're putting in cigarettes, stronger addiction. Nicotine's one of the strongest addictions on planet Earth. That's why you see me. But maybe I did a 2-mile walk earlier today. Yeah, I did a 2-mile walk. So now I can smoke my ass off. Real smart, Joe. You do a 2-mile walk and then I got a doctor's appointment Wednesday and I'm going to get on the treadmill and they're going to do all that stuff. And, my heart is okay, I believe, but maybe my lungs might be a little toasted, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'll get it straight and I'll quit these damn things. Maybe New Year's resolution. Maybe the 7th attempt at a New Year's resolution. Yeah, I'm going to quit smoking. New Year's resolution. I'm going to do it. If Trump gets elected, I'm going to quit smoking cigarettes. If Trump gets elected. Wow, 5 miles. Go ahead, Ivan. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Drums and the Bonzo. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Really, thank you, because this month is dragging on and it's getting a little, the macaroni and cheese is getting a little light. It's like I'm eating like I'm an inmate. Like I got commissary, like ramen noodles. Forgive me, God takes care of me. But, it's like, it looks like my food is like what friends of mine that were in prison told me what they had in their cell for food. I'm looking at my cupboards. I'm like, this looks like a convict refrigerator and cupboard. I better start stepping it up a little bit. But I get, forgive me, God, because I am blessed. I'm blessed. And I need to lose weight because I'm eating this bad food that's unhealthy and it'll clog your arteries up. All this, whatever the hell it is. Macaroni and cheese, ramen noodles, pizza, like it's cholesterol. But we got to keep forging. What are we pushing 2 hours? Pushing 2 hours. Holy cow. Summer's still here. The kids will be going back to school. My daughter is back visiting. She works overseas and she's back visiting. And I'm going to see her this week. So, Nikki, if you're watching, I love you, honey. And we'll just take it from there. I'm blessed to have a beautiful daughter. So whatever happens in my world, in my life and everything, whatever happens, I'm still blessed. I have a cool daughter that's 36 years old and she's cool and she's smart and she's worldly and it's good. That's my score. That's my bank account. I'll take that and be broke rather than have $1 million and not have her. Give me her. Give me her. I'd rather have her and then whatever, you know. I'm not like broke, like, you know, but inflation is a mofo, though. Holy cow. Jeez. So I'm blessed. Yeah. RFK said, I've had enough, Ivan Lore. RFK said, I've had enough. I'm supporting Donald Trump. Now, you're talking about a political family that is the most democratic family, being a Democrat, ever. He said, I can't fall for that twerking and the block party, the DNC, this mockery, this coup, no delegates. He said, nah, I got to support Donald Trump. He said, I got to support Donald Trump. He don't care about party affiliation. He's not caring about just to be an embedded Democrat, just to say, well, I'll accept any candidates. I'll just accept any candidate they put up there. No, RFK said, you ain't running no game on us. Donald Trump is the guy. Donald Trump. And if you get elected, Donald Trump, put RFK in your cabinet and make him the Department of Homeland Security. Get rid of that Marxist communist that ran that game in Pittsburgh, Butler, PA. Get rid of them. You might even want to prosecute some of them on the way. And then you could put RFK at the Department of Homeland Security. Because now you know someone's got your back. You know, and then you could put Elon Musk in the finance department, the finance, the budget and all that. Elon Musk. So get your crew together. You know, if you win, just start putting your crew together. Because RFK said, see, they thought he was going to drop out and endorse Harris and Tampon Tim. You think he wanted to blemish the Kennedy name like that? You think he wanted to shit all over the Kennedy name? To go down in history, to support Kamala Harris and Tim Walz? You think Robert Kennedy would actually do that? Why? Well, he saw his uncle get killed. Robert Kennedy saw his uncle get killed, assassinated, and Robert Kennedy saw his father get killed. He saw Donald Trump almost get killed. He said, "No, it's time to turn this stuff around. It's time. Enough of all this smoke and mirrors and block party conventions and twerking and all this and watching our country go down the tubes." RFK said, "Nah." Elon Musk said, No. It's time to turn this around. It's time to turn it around, you know, because I showed in those videos earlier, they got $500 million from those globalists that were sitting in the suites at the DNC at that convention. They had all the puppet masters at that convention sitting up there. You know what they charge for those suites? I showed you earlier in the video. If you're a newcomer here, $1.5 million for that suite that the globalists sit in. They're sitting up there on their thrones at the Democrat convention, and they're sitting and they're watching the puppets. They're watching all the puppets do their bidding. They're watching Kamala. They're watching Obama. They're watching Hillary. They're watching all their puppets do their bidding. They paid. There's 10 suites. They got $25 million for 10 suites. Who bought those suites? The globalists. They're the puppet masters. They're watching Obama, Hillary, all the Democrat devils. They're watching them do their bidding. They're the puppet masters, and they're watching their puppets. And they got, the Democrat Party's got over $500 million in donations. The Republican Party got $125 million. But Elon Musk more or less said in so many words, I got your back, Donald Trump. Whatever you need, I got you. They could have those globalist puppet masters. Elon Musk said, I got a little pocket change too. I don't know how rich Elon Musk is, but Elon Musk said, I got a little pocket change. I got some pocket. I got your back. I got your back. And they couldn't stand it. The Democrats couldn't stand it. They tried to freaking block the video when Donald Trump did the interview with Elon Musk. They said, oh, Iran got to Google and somehow they delayed the feed and all that. Yeah, what timing that was, but they still got it through, and they got 1 billion views. The Donald Trump and Elon Musk interview got 1 billion views. So you could have all the propaganda media, CNN, ABC, CBS. You could, and you could have all the propaganda print media. If you add those all up, they don't equal 1 billion. They don't equal 1 billion. CNN's viewership is plummeting. It's plummeting. The CNN, ABC, The View, and all that, Whoopi Goldberg and all them, whatever them psychos are, they're plummeting. People had enough of this just gibberish. So they're plummeting. And now you're seeing these people that are coming out of the woodwork, and like Elon Musk donated to the Democrat. Elon Musk been a Democrat. Elon Musk donated tons of money during the Democratic election years ago. Elon Musk donated big, huge money to the Democratic campaign fund. He said, not this year, boys. I told Donald Trump, I got a blank check. As many ads you can get on TV, I got your back, Donald. If there's not a lot of people that are going to support you, boots on the grassroots, if the grassroots can't cover it, I got your back, Donald Trump. I got your back. Just tell me how much they cost. Just you got an open check. God bless Elon Musk. God bless him. What a thinker. I watched that interview. Is this Elon Musk an alien? He's different. Elon Musk is different. Like, he's smooth and smart and intelligent and like me. No, I'm just kidding. I wish. But he's different, Elon Musk. Well, you see these people that can't be bought and paid for. Donald Trump can't be bought and paid. You can't buy him. You can't buy Elon Musk. They're free thinkers. They don't have an agenda. They're not mouthpieces for billionaire puppet masters. They're not. They're not. There's some other multimillionaires. They're going to support Donald Trump, but they saw Elon Musk. They were like, well, he said he was going to give you everything you need. No, they still got to support because you got to run. You know, Donald Trump's got to run his ads on ABC, CNN, CBS. Donald Trump's got to run his ads on the enemy's propaganda networks. They're probably going to charge him twice as much as the Kamala ads, too. That's why Elon Musk said, Donald Trump's got enough money himself, but, you know, I don't know the rules of funding and campaigning and what you got to do, whatever the campaign fund rule is. But if the Democrats could get 500 million, so it must be acceptable that the Republicans can get 500 million. I don't know how much Donald Trump or Elon Musk has. Is he a billionaire? But oh well. Yeah. Ivan, man, I watched that interview. Man. He was pretty smooth. And you listen to Elon Musk, and I looked at him like, here's a guy that's enlightened. He has vision. Did you hear what he was talking about? How America could look with rapid trains and innovative stuff. You make America very new age. There's technology, and get the show on the road. Clean these Democrats out, and let's bring this America up to be enlightening and lights and fast transportation and prosperous, like Shangri-La. He's got a vision that's attainable. And on the other side, you got these dumb and dumber over there trying to tank the country. They're trying to go in reverse, and Trump and Elon Musk and RFK Jr. are trying to go forward. How can people not see this? I'm well studied and degreed in psychology, and I try to figure this stuff out, psychologically speaking, under many different theories. But sometimes it just comes down to just evil. Like, you don't have to be a master's in psychology. You don't have to have a academic degree or knowledge, or no. It just comes down to, it's just evil. Evil. You could ask a freaking professor at Harvard, or you can ask a 6-year-old. The 6-year-old's going to tell you, well, Joel, you know what? That sounds like it's just evil to me. And the 6-year-old will be right. You don't need degrees and any type of high IQ or any academic standard to just know when something is straight up bullshit. And these Democrats just keep spinning it and spinning it and spinning it, taking us further in reverse, where Elon Musk had a vision of prosperity and a great economy and the country rising up together. Democrats don't want that. Boy, I like listening to that Elon Musk talk. Holy cow. Man, Trump is trailing bad now. The polls are getting worse every day for Donald Trump. The polls are getting worse. I registered, Ivan. I registered to vote. I registered. Oh, I tried to register at the Republic. Listen to this, folks. You wonder why I'm crazy and I'm nuts and I live in the Twilight Zone? I live in some alternate universe because our country today looks like it's some alternate universe. I call the Republican headquarters, okay? I call the Republican headquarters. He says, yeah, I want to register. I'm not good with the computer to do the online, I'm not good in that. Can you send me the paperwork that I could fill out and I could register as a Republican? So I'm talking to the lady that I think we're on the same team. Well, we got the DF, the computer thing. Do it online, the PDF. We got the PDF. I says it's not compatible. I can't bring it up. I can't do it. Can you please? You just got tons of donations. Can you forward a stamp and send it to me in the mail? I'm trying to support the Republican Party in New York State. She's giving me a hard time in this scum state of New York. The Republican Party trying to discourage me and not send me the information so I could register to vote. Wow. The Republicans in New York State are even slanted. This New York State is the most filthiest Democrats run, this filth going back to Cuomo and all of that. And the party has been infiltrated. The New York State Republican Party is infiltrated. They're trying to discourage me. The lady's hollering, you got to do it online. I says, no, I saw the information, said you could mail me the information. There's a PDF online. I said, put an 85-cent stamp on a letter and send it to me, please. The lady's hollering at me. She's hollering at me. I'm supporting the Republican Party? Is she a Democrat? What's going on here? What's going on? So then I had to do something else and call another Republican place, and then they sent it to me. And I said that, and this Republican headquarters at another place said they're doing it all over the place. They don't want to mail nobody anything in the mail, because when you go online and you do it online to Republic, if you go online and register online, they're just going to delete you out. They're going to delete you out. They're going to delete you out. You're going to be waiting for your registration card. It ain't never going to come. It ain't never going to come. You talk about the elections. Yeah. So I got a hold of a nice lady, and she told me, and she confirmed what I already thought. I got the lady, she's hollering at me, go online, do the PDF. I said, not everybody. There's senior citizens out there that aren't good with computers. We need the stuff, the paper. We need the paper. We can fill it out, the paper, and we can mail it back. Go online with the PDF. Here's your PDF, you communist. This was the Republican Party. This was the Republican Party in this New York State. What are the Republicans bought off and paid for? What are they getting envelopes too? So the Republicans stay quiet. Here's your envelopes. Now stay quiet, and there ain't no Republican that's going to win anything in New York State. Not even the janitor. You're not even going to get a Republican janitor to clean the school. No. You ain't going to get a Republican bus driver in New York State. No. Yeah. You got this Dorothy Hochul. Well, see, what New York State is, they got all the unions. They got the teachers union. They got all these different unions that they just automatically vote because they vote for their own raises. And taxpayers pay higher. New York State is taxed higher than anybody on planet Earth. So those are bought and paid for votes. They got the unions, Sir Drums. So those are automatic. They're automatic because they will get their raises. They'll get their 7% raise every year. So just they'll pick you up on the bus. They go out. The Democrats will pick you up to bring you to go vote. They ain't missing out on any votes. They ain't missing out. They'll bring you. But I think the Republicans in this, if it's going to happen, it's got to be during this historical time in America, where if there's going to be a shift, it would be recorded in history as in 2024, when everything was upside down, that things changed and it got back. So this would be historically, to try to predict it, well, it would be, or it'd be like, well, Lucifer won, deal with it. Lucifer won. There'll be people crawling through your window to get a loaf of bread out of your cabinet. Well, when you see this hyperinflation coming, if those demons get elected, you're going to see New York State gas go to $8, $9, $10 a gallon. It's going to be. You think there's inflation now? This is just the warm-ups. This is just the warm-ups. Criminals that weren't criminals before, they're running around hungry trying to feed their family. There's going to be new criminals on the block. And that's sad because what are you going to do? You got kids you got to feed, you got expenses, you got rent, you got a mortgage, you got car payments. Then they try to doctor up the unemployment numbers. They tried to doctor up, they switched it. They had to correct themselves because all they do is lie. All they do is lie. How can they tell you all this stuff when the people are boots on the ground and they realize that's a lie? Because people know what the real world is. You know, in their everyday life, people realize when they go to the gas pump, when they go to the grocery store, when they pay their taxes, they realize that reality. And then you got these clowns telling you it's something else. What is that? They're just banking on that. They're just hanging their hat on that and saying, well, we'll see come election day. We'll see how smart the people are. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, you know, it's legal to possess a fire, you know, you register to get a firearm, you know, register for a firearm. And yeah, because there's going to be people on the prowl. There's going to be people on the prowl. So, all right, folks. Gertrude, what are you doing in there? Gertrude, you're on the hustle. You trying to hustle my people in here? Don't send nobody. Don't send no emails or nothing. Don't send no emails. What do you want to know his username over there for? Huh? Yeah, it's probably a dude. Ivan, it's probably a dude. Probably a dude. If it's not, I apologize. I apologize. You're not interested in what I got to say. You're in there playing tiddlywinks and you're playing pity patty. You're playing pity patty with them. How about this, Sir Drums the Bonzo? How about this? You're out of here. Just like Biden. The coup. The coup. You're out of here. Here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You're out of here. With your whatever the hell you're doing. Whatever. What's your username? Yeah. What did they're both minus 110? Wow, Ivan. Vegas. She was up in the Vegas. She was the favorite. Well, she's leading in the polls. Polls are polls, but there's people that aren't being polled that are just saying, you know what, I'm going out to vote this time. There might be people that aren't, you know, being polled that are just saying, I got to go vote, you know. Ivan, I'm not playing tiddlywinks. Ivan's my man. Ivan, you've been riding in this car a long time. Thank you, my man. Ivan, he's part of the crew. If I had a crew, you'd be the captain of this crew. Well, this is officially 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds. Wow. Right now it is. All twos. Two's wild. All right. It skipped a 2. Look at that. It skipped a 2 from 21 seconds to 23 seconds. See what I mean, folks? So that's that. Thank you, Sir Drums. Thank you, the Bonzo. Let's keep forging ahead. Let's rise up and enjoy our lives every way we possibly can. Sometimes we're rowing upstream, but we can get there, folks. We can get there, you know. I love you all, Ivan, the Bonzo, Frank. Thank you. You know, we got to fight, you know. When somebody's down, we got to pick each other up, you know. And and maybe I say some things that aren't too Christian because you see these devils trying to ruin people, you know. And, you know, forgive them for they do not know. Well, geez, Jesus, that's hard, Jesus. Well, forgive them for they do not know. Gosh, I don't know. Huh. Okay. All right. That's a tough one, but we'll try. We'll try. But God, help the country because we need a miracle, God. We need a miracle to save America. We need a miracle. Put it in people's minds to vote Republican. God, put it in their minds. God above, put it in their minds. Jesus, God help us. God's the only thing that could save this country because this is good versus evil. So, yeah, thank you, Mr. Lore, Frank, the Bonzo. Thank you. I'd like to come down there and meet you, Sir Drums and the Bonzo, someday. I'd like to shake your guys' hand. You're great people that are good human beings, just good human beings, man. Love and compassion. Love and compassion. That's the currency. That's the currency. You know, love and compassion. When you put that into your spiritual account, you could do anything. You could do anything. When you couldn't have that legitimate love and compassion, and you put that, you radiate that through your vibe. You vibe that through the universe. You're gonna bring all that good stuff back to you. Good stuff will jump on that highway, that vibe highway. The love and compassion from your heart beats out. Good stuff will jump on that train, and good things will happen. So we got to look through all this smoke, mirror, and craziness, and still stay positive that we are the children, the royal children. So we already have the victory. Let's just act like we're the winners. We already won the battle. We got to start acting, but it's tough because there's a spiritual thinking and there's a physical thinking. But we already won the battle. We already won the battle. So I'm crazy. I got to keep it processed the right way, and set some of the politics aside. But it's very important. But then just get back to regular living. Regular living. You got wife, husband, children, family, and you're trying to have a higher standard of living. So if you're thinking is messed up a little, it's going to be hard to put up a good battle. So I appreciate these good-hearted people that come in here and then they help me out. I get to talk to somebody. I'm an old man. I'm here alone. You know, most of my friends passed away. So you guys mean more to me than you really know, because I'm into that wishy-washy stuff. I'm into love and compassion. I'm not a tough guy. I might get aggravated and all that, but I'm not. My mom didn't raise me that way. My mother didn't raise me that way, because I got to think all the time, my single mother, what would she say to me? You know, so I got to, and God, what would God say to me as well as my mother? Hey, Joe, be smarter. Be smarter. I had mercy on you, Joe. So, you know, I forgave you. So you can't do that for that person that you hate. Well, it's tough. It's tough. Well, I gave it to you, Joe. So, well, God, I think we're dealing with devils and demons over here. God, I think these aren't just regular humans. I think these are demon-possessed people. God, I'm sorry. Try to be a good Christian in a crazy world. So thank you, everybody. The Bonzo, man, I like to hug you guys, shake your hand, and laugh and have fun, and you know, enjoy life while we're living. You know, enjoy it. So I better cut. I might start crying. So I might, you guys, I'm wishy-washy. I might start crying. Do you remember the U.S. holding the World Cup? Soccer did a good job. Most Americans didn't know that was happening. No. What? The Bonzo. No. Oh, are you talking to me, the Bonzo? Am I missing this again? Oh, it says Ivan. Wow, I'm really getting warped here. You did start your you did start out by saying Ivan. Wow. Oh, 1990. Oh, these are old. Man, I'm getting old, folks. You said that an hour and a half ago, man. Thank you, Sir Drums. Thank you, the Bonzo. You said that. Zeppelin. I think that got everybody. Sorry, Gertrude, if you were legitimate, but it just didn't seem, you know, forgive me, but I don't know. Thank you, Frank. Yeah. Thank you, the Bonzo. God bless you and your family. Sir Drums, everybody. Let's rise up. Love and compassion. We already got the victory. Let's feel the victory. Let's feel the victory, and then the reality will follow. Okay? The reality will follow. So we have to walk like winners. We have to talk like winners, and we still have to be confident. and then the reality will catch up, because we can't keep getting distracted and deceived. Can't keep doing that. So I got to practice it myself. Knowledge is nothing unless you utilize it. I could have knowledge in everything on planet Earth. Unless you utilize it, there's no wisdom. So, all right, folks. So that's that. I had a nice time enjoying. Thank you for your support. Hit the like button. You know they froze my ticker, but I don't care anymore. You know, they froze me. I'm being shadow banned. But that's all right. We still hang out on a Sunday night and throw it together. And I can't thank you guys enough. So remember, let's keep our heads up. Life gets crazy, okay? And let's raise our quality of thinking. And when you raise your thinking up and be confident, it raises everything else up. Yeah, it raises everything else up. You can laugh. It's a lot easier to laugh. And, you know, laugh and enjoy and love. Okay, folks, thank you. Enjoy. We'll do this. You know, I'll be back. God willing, I'll be back. We'll just hang out and see where it goes. All right. Thank you, the Bonzo. Thank you, Sir Drums, for that support. I really, truly can use it, and I really appreciate that on 100%. And thank you, everybody else, for your support with the view and the like button and everything else. So thank you, folks. Let God and the spirits of the universe bless you and bring prosperity in all aspects of your life. In Jesus' name, we pray this and the miracles of Jesus to help everybody out. Amen, folks. All right, folks. Have a good night.